rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ryan Succop, the man tasked with getting this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. McDonald sets to throw. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, McDonald. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Nick Chubb, 71 yards. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after here coming up. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Buccaneers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, Trask. Going up top for Miller. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's McDonald to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
2nd and 10.
45. 6 man. Check curls, check curls.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Check. Right there, 54, right there.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Trask. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Chubb running right. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. McDonald. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is going to have the Browns first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Out, 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 out. Shift, shift, shift. Switch, switch.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Watch the other.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Watch twist.
Play action. It's McDonald. He finds his man complete. It's Lamb. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Bucs.
7-7, our score after 1.
In the first quarter, with the score tied at 7-7.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check safety, check safety. 70 Lions. Check 50. Hey,
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Shift, shift. Crunch.
Throwing is McDonald. That's complete to his running back, Dawkins. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
54. Come on, D. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Trask to throw it. And a catch right side by Evans. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trask. Slant route to Miller. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A handoff to Fournette. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7 our score. Suck up on now for the Buccaneer field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Say. Watch out. Watch out. 6 guys.
They go play action with McDonald. He finds his man, complete. It's Fields. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, it's McDonald. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Slam. Take 4.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. A running play there going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here, Trask. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Trask. There's Evans again, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Fournette, a first down carry. Fournette fighting through, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Flush to his right. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Trash throw taken in by Miller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
A handoff, Fournette running left. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On play action, Trask. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Trask, space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they go play action. Here's Trask. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Setting to throw. Here's Trask. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Check 26, check 26, check 24, check.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Mike 54, Mike 54. All day, dog. Check 52. He's crossing. He's checking crowd.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
One set. 54, Mike 54. Hey, heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check 3, check 3. 49. Mike 54, Mike 54.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now Leonard Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Trask. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
To the left side here for Eifert. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now Trask. Flushed out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 39. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Brian Poole. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot. and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, McDonald. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down and 5. Throwing, Trask. Over the middle, complete. That's Ballard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1. And this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the shotgun, it's Trask. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. No chance.
McDonald. He's got Hooper on the short connection. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's checking.
McDonald sets to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. And it's taken in at the 9. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. So tough to stop Gronk. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. To throw is Trask. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. He'll check this one off to Fournette. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And they'll throw again. Here's Trask. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
No.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Second down at 7. Here's McDonald to throw. Pass complete to Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go. Check that. Get one.
Throwing is McDonald. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well timed there by Richard Sherman. A sack on the corner blitz. To throw on second down. McDonald. Pass caught by Hooper. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Y'all playing the wrong football. Tight yard.
Looking to throw. McDonald. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. First down, Trask. Going deep this time for Miller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Trask now off the play fake. Rolling to his right. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Trask now. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Buccaneers, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.